A lot of people assume that if a car looks clean, drives smoothly, and doesn't show any warning lights, it must be a safe buy. That assumption costs people a lot of money, because a car can behave perfectly during a short test drive and still be carrying problems that are already in motion underneath the surface. Some issues don't show up immediately, some are temporarily hidden, and some are subtle enough that most buyers don't recognize them until it's too late. What makes this worse is timing. Most people test drive a car for 10, maybe 15 minutes. That's not enough time for many mechanical issues to fully reveal themselves. Engines need heat cycles, transmissions need load, electrical systems need time to complete checks. And until those conditions happen, the car can feel completely normal. I've seen vehicles that drove quietly, shifted smoothly, and showed no warning signs. And within a few weeks, they developed problems that cost thousands to fix. Not because something suddenly broke, but because the signs were already there, just not recognized. I've also seen the opposite. Buyers walk away from cars that seemed fine, only to find out later they avoided major repairs that were already starting. So in this video, we're breaking down 5 red flags that should immediately change how you evaluate a car. These are not obvious deal breakers like loud knocking or visible damage. These are the quieter indicators, the ones that don't get talked about as often, but tend to matter more over time. If you know what to look for, these signs become very difficult to ignore. And in many cases, they're enough to justify walking away entirely. Links to a few simple inspection tools I recommend are in the description below. Let's get into it. Number 5. The engine that looks too clean. A very clean engine bay creates a strong first impression. It suggests care. It suggests maintenance. It suggests that the vehicle has been looked after properly. And for many buyers, that's reassuring. But in some situations, that cleanliness is not a sign of maintenance. It's a sign of preparation. Engines, by nature, develop light dust, grime, and minor residue over time. Even well-maintained vehicles will show small signs of use under the hood. That's normal. That's what an honest engine usually looks like after years of operation. When you open the hood and everything looks freshly washed, especially on an older vehicle, it's worth taking a closer look, because fluids don't stop leaking on their own. Oil leaks typically come from worn gaskets or seals. Coolant leaks come from hoses, radiators, or water pumps. Transmission fluid leaks can develop around seals or lines under pressure. None of those issues fix themselves simply because the engine looks clean. What often happens instead is that the engine is cleaned to remove visible evidence of those problems. Residue gets washed away, stains disappear, surfaces look fresh again, but the source of the issue remains. Once the car is driven again and reaches normal operating temperature, those leaks tend to reappear. And when they do, they're no longer the seller's problem. There's also another layer to this. Fluid patterns tell a story. They show direction, buildup, and origin. They help identify where a problem is coming from. When everything is cleaned, that information is lost. Now, instead of seeing a trail of oil leading back to a gasket, you're looking at a blank surface. That makes it harder to diagnose and easier to miss. So instead of focusing on how clean an engine looks, it's more useful to look at the areas that are harder to clean. Lower sections of the engine, the backside near the firewall, edges and corners where fluid tends to collect. Those are the places where signs of leaks often remain, even after cleaning. A small flashlight and inspection mirror can make a big difference here, not because they're complex tools, but because they let you see angles that are otherwise hidden. A clean engine is not automatically a problem. But when it looks unusually perfect for its age, it's something worth questioning. Number 4. Transmission hesitation. Transmission issues are among the most expensive problems a vehicle can have, and they often begin in a way that feels easy to ignore. You shift into drive, you press the accelerator, and there's a slight delay before the car responds. It might only last a second. It might feel inconsistent. It might even seem like nothing at all. But mechanically, that delay matters. Automatic transmissions rely on hydraulic pressure to engage gears. Inside, there are clutch packs, fluid passages, and valves that direct pressure where it needs to go. When everything is working correctly, that pressure builds instantly. The result is smooth, Immediate engagement. When internal components begin to wear, pressure doesn't build the same way. That's when hesitation appears. The delay you feel is often the transmission taking longer than it should to engage. In many cases, it's an early sign of slipping. Slipping generates heat, and heat accelerates wear inside the transmission. What makes this difficult for buyers is that early transmission issues are subtle. There's no loud noise, no immediate failure, no obvious warning. Just a slight inconsistency in how the car responds. Over time, that inconsistency tends to grow. Shifts become less predictable. Acceleration feels uneven, and eventually the transmission may fail completely. At that point, repairs are no longer minor. They involve rebuilding or replacing major internal components. This is why it's important to test more than just basic driving. Shift between park, reverse, and drive. Pay attention to how quickly the vehicle engages. Drive at low speeds. Come to a complete stop and accelerate again. Watch for delays, jerks, or hesitation. If something feels slightly off, it's usually not something that improves on its own. Number 3. A dashboard that shows nothing. Most buyers feel reassured when they don't see warning lights. It gives the impression that the vehicle has no issues. But in some cases, the absence of warning lights is not a sign that everything is working. It's a sign that something has been reset, disabled, or hidden. When you turn a vehicle's ignition to the on position, all of the dashboard warning lights are supposed to illuminate briefly. This is a system check. It confirms that the indicators themselves are functioning. After a few seconds, those lights should turn off. That's normal behavior. If those lights never come on at all, that's not normal. In some cases, it means the system has recently been reset. In others, warning indicators may have been removed or disabled. Either way, it creates a situation where the dashboard no longer reflects the true condition of the vehicle. What makes this particularly misleading is timing. Some issues take time to reappear after being cleared. And that means a short test drive may not trigger anything. The car appears fine. Everything looks normal. But after enough driving, once the system completes its monitoring cycle, the warning light returns. Now the buyer is dealing with a problem that wasn't visible during the purchase. A simple ignition check can prevent that. Turn the key to the on position without starting the engine. Watch the dashboard. If the lights don't appear briefly before turning off, something isn't right. Number 2. Tire wear that doesn't match the story. Tires are one of the most honest parts of a vehicle. They reflect how the car has been driven and how its systems are functioning. When everything is aligned properly and suspension components are in good condition, tires wear evenly. When something is off, that wear pattern changes. Wear on the inside edge can indicate alignment or suspension issues. Wear on the outside edge may point to different stresses. Cupping or uneven patches often suggest worn shocks or instability. In some cases, irregular wear can point to more serious problems, including structural damage. What matters is consistency. The wear pattern should match the expected use of the vehicle. If it doesn't, there's usually a reason. Replacing tires is only part of the cost. The underlying issue that caused the wear often requires additional repair. That's where things become expensive. Running your hand across the tread can reveal patterns that aren't immediately visible. If it feels uneven, wavy, or inconsistent, it's worth paying attention. Because tires don't create problems, they reveal them. Number 1. Avoiding inspection. This is the most important red flag, and it's often overlooked. If a seller avoids or discourages an inspection, that should immediately change how you approach the purchase. A vehicle that is in good condition should be able to handle being inspected. An inspection doesn't create problems. It reveals existing ones. When someone resists that process, it raises a simple question. What might the inspection uncover? From a buyer's perspective, there's no real advantage in skipping that step. Inspections can reveal issues that aren't visible during a test drive. Internal wear, previous damage, early signs of failure. Without that information, the decision is based on surface-level impressions. And surface-level impressions are not always reliable, even if a full inspection isn't possible immediately. Taking extra time to evaluate the vehicle thoroughly is still better than rushing the decision. Because once the purchase is complete, any unknown issues become your responsibility. Most car buying decisions are based on how a vehicle feels in the moment, how it looks, how it drives, how it sounds. But long-term reliability is rarely determined in those first few minutes. It's determined by details, small signs, subtle inconsistencies, the kinds of things that are easy to overlook, but expensive to ignore. Some problems are obvious, others are quiet. And the quiet ones are usually the ones that cost the most. If this video helped you look at cars differently, hit like, subscribe, and drop a comment below. What's a red flag you've seen that made you walk away from a car? Or one you wish you had noticed earlier?